In this short presentation, I'm going to discuss an approach that we have created for designing future personas in the form of characters that we call SciberPunks. They were born from an idea: what if we could augment humans to feel data? What would this experience be like, and how might it change our relationship to the environment and to each other? As such, a cyberpunk is an augmented human with the ability to act as a voice for the environment and its non-human inhabitants by feeling and expressing data related to them, such as having the ability to taste pollution data, smell the destruction of habitats, and perhaps to communicate it through living tattoos on the skin. Urbanisation and lack of green spaces in cities can lead to biophobia, which in turn may affect how people engage in sustainable design scenarios. We propose that the act of engaging with environmental data for the purpose of building future personas or cyberpunks may in itself support building or rebuilding environmental empathy if supported appropriately. For this, we utilise arts-based methods. The aim is to create new approaches to encourage empathy towards more than human perspectives, for example, within urban design scenarios. To build our cyberpunks, we collected data and other types of information about an area called Linnaistensor, which is a natural swamp area within a Finnish city. The original aim was to co-design cyberpunks in face-to-face workshops in the same city, and to build upon a past project called Cyberpunk 2085 that developed characters but without the augmentations for receiving and communicating data. The original cyberpunk created a number of sketches, videos, props and costumes that could have been adapted, but due to COVID we moved everything online and also included some data and activities about the ongoing corona situation. We curated the datasets to make them easier to read and then created a number of activities, each of which contributed to further development of the cyberpunk characters. Via the activities, participants produced stories, poetry, sketches and photographs. Activities encourage them to embody data and to role-play their developing characters. We used an overarching narrative to put the activities into context, which followed three main characters, a raven and two swamp-dwelling creatures called Swarmiat, who were arguing. The raven's role was to ask participants to help to mediate the arguments using data as evidence. Our journey begins in the heart of Linnaistensor, where shadow and light are born from the swamp. One day, a big black raven called Etiainen is flying towards them, landing on their shoulders, asking, "Do you know about the future? Can you please tell me, what will the future look like?" For the first time in their entire life, shadow and light are arguing. They cannot agree about the future. Raven Etiainen decides to help them, advising them to see what evidence they can find to support their arguments. The narrative moved from the past, where participants imagined and sketched out the Swarmiat characters who were living in Linnaistensor, towards a future where these characters had evolved into cyberpunks, with new augmentations and superpowers needed for living in that time. 5 youth education students took part in the project. Everyone worked on their own at home due to COVID, but shared and communicated through WhatsApp group and also online Zoom sessions. We sent care packs to the participants, which included art supplies and also seeds to grow to relate with the theme of nature connections. Our main results to share here relate to the evidence of empathy building and engagement with the persona building activities. We found evidence of empathy towards nature expressed as sadness at the impact of human activity and also emotions related to COVID, such as disgust at careless practices of humans that led to the situation and fear of what will happen next. To mitigate against such fears, participants bestowed upon their future personas the abilities to sense each other's needs, having precognition of danger and being able to sense when nature is in pain. In the WhatsApp group, we noticed that participants enjoyed to talk about and share photos and artworks relating to nature, as well as following progress on growing seeds. Over half the overall conversations was on this theme and unrelated to the actual cyberpunk activities. In the end, participants produced 5 distinct cyberpunk characters. Examples included Warmonk, a shaman character who communicates with plants and trees using his staff. The staff keeps his mind and body connected to nature. Also, Swamp Fairy, who has a crown to listen to what nature is whispering. Overall, these outputs suggest that the workshop activities achieved the aim of leading towards creation of personas that were, at a minimum, informed by real data sets, yet were atypical in terms of representing more than human characters. These personas have strong connections to nature, yet such instructions were not given directly as part of the activities. We believe that such personas can play an important role in emphasising non-human and environmental concerns.